Hello, welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. It's been a long time, and I thought I was overdue for a propulsion tutorial. Let me get out of here. This is for later. As you can see, I have a repulsion gravity drive mocked up over here, but that's part of a different build. Today is about Klang tutorials. Klang drive tutorials. I've seen somebody on YouTube trying to make a Klang drive. They discovered a merge drive. I too use a merge drive, but mine is different. So I don't know. Well, before I thought it was proprietary technology, but you know what? It's nothing too special. There's no shame in doing a tutorial on this, because my controls are going to be obsolete with that new block coming out. If any of you guys have been following the updates that are coming out, there is a event controller that I believe I will use instead of a script to control it. I was using a script before because it's the only way to pick up the WSAD controls. Unlike a lot of Klang drives on the market today, this one does. I still think it's one of the very best. We'll go as far as to. Oh, okay. I already done something wrong. Okay, so that's. Yes, okay. And this might as well get filled. Okay. And this. Mine offers. I'm just going to do for the tutorial, it'll be a 2-axis Klang drive. It'll have forward, backward, up, and down. And the way to remember to lay out the merge blocks on mine. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and. I'm going to go ahead and convert this to a station, and I'm also going to actually we're going to go ahead and put those to show on HUD. No, wait, sorry, just turn them off, group them. Oops. Alright, whatever. Save that. Group, anything. We'll just hide them for now, because that's the ones on the disk. Let's have them off. Now, it is necessary to decide forwards, backwards, up and down at this point. Okay. So, if the direction we're facing now is forwards, this block will be the block for forward, even though it's on the back. It's just a little backwards. We're gonna go name it as we go so we don't lose track. So if that's forward, the opposite one is backward. Deedly-dee. That's actually, I don't think that matters. Well, okay. So I'll probably fast forward this segment just because it's pretty self-explanatory. And I'm not going to hook it up to the script for this one. I'm just going to show you, because there'd be numerous different scripts you can use, plus you can just make it and drive it manually. Now that you've named them, it's upside down, so that's a little bit misleading. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. So, funny enough, this is already a functioning ship that can, with two, we'll need some gyros. let's let them be our indicator to forward and backward. Ah! Why did it rotate? No, I do not wish to this. Sweet. Oh, whoa, wrong buttons, folks. Sorry, pardon me. As well as, where did I hide it? There. Alright, actually, it's funny to do this. Normally, I have a large engine with a lot of controls for this, so, yeah, this is, let's do all blocks. So, alright, forward, backward, up and down. Alright, so we're getting there. Obviously, I don't have side-to-side thrust, so just for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to go here and go put some ion thrusters, just for the sake of my sanity. Okay. I mean, this is going to be a, that's silly. I shouldn't have put that there. Anyway, anyway, so next up, we go to the rotor. We'll just put it here first. I have a way with rotors. I always go like this, copy, like control click, and then paste. Just to me, rotors should auto stop themselves. Let's just give it a velocity of 1, see which direction that is. Perfect. So we can just put the velocity to full. And we also need this group. So firstly, I guess you'd hit 5 and 6 to enable those. So the rotor's on, 6 turns on the merges. Oh, gotta turn all these off. Shit. What did I miss? This one. Pardon me. My bad, I had the full, all directions trying to go at the same time. So let's try that again. And now, if I hit the F, that one turns on. Now, this ship only has 2 gyroscopes. But, oh, I'm already at 100 meters per second. I didn't do a very scientific test here. Let's do one more thing. So let's lock ourselves in and then try it. Okay, so that's forward, backward, and you'll notice it's a bit on an angle. I've noticed it's been a little broken lately, but let's just figure out what's going on. We're going upward. Okay, so I got an idea. Okay, let's just do a more scientific test. Oops, wrong key. Alright, so we're stopped-ish. So, forward. Takes a couple of rotations, but that wasn't too bad. Now, we did turn slightly to the right. We do backwards. It's taken a little long, but okay, that would be roughly so. It's a little clunky of a drive, but it's super easy, in my opinion. And with the angles that I built it out, think of it how a knight moves in chess. Okay? That's the correct angles to build this. And just think of a wheel, like, I'm going to go ahead and finish it off for you guys, just so you get the idea of, like, the kind of, oops, what the heck? Oh, no! One thing I was not supposed to do is delete. Well, it's just the up and down direction. We'll go ahead here and we'll turn off the drive fully. Okay, good. You could definitely do this a little more slicker with the controls, but I just want to show you the guts of the engine. Let's just quick undo what I just did. that'll be down, and this will be up. Alright. So you yep. And this is purely aesthetic. I mean, you could think of how you're going to build this into your ship. This is kind of just maybe to help remember how it all goes together. I don't know. Just think of like one of the smallest wheels you can really build, and so that's the shape. Think of how a chess piece moves. Okay, a chess, like a knight. So if that's the center, you go 1, 2, and then to the side. That the reason is, if you just did it in a normal cross, it will work. It'll work in a variety of orientations, but I find that to be the most aligned, oddly enough, to the direction. So, and my memory better be good. It doesn't matter the mass of the main grid. That's completely irrelevant to that acceleration. It's weird, but Space Engineers treats each of these blocks, each of these grids, like they might as well be equal mass. It doesn't try to calculate their mass when it calculates how the force from the merge blocks should align the two grids. It just sort of like, guys, forget it. That's calculating. I don't want to do. So I could add to this grid here, so I could just add all kinds of mass, and it would still only require the power of what the heck did I do? Brain, right? Okay. What? Okay. Yeah, so normally, like, that's the clunky controls. Normally you want some kind of script binding that to your WSAD, but you can see how that is. Timer blocks can make this whole thing easy, or in versatile, like you could have it turn on groups of mass blocks, for example. So I like to pair this with a gravity drive. The fact is, it does make a clunky propulsion, but I turn this back on, enable those merge blocks. So if I hit number 1 now, it'll turn on the merge block above and behind me by 2 squares there. And then that'll make me lurch forward. And if you watch my speed in the bottom left corner, I hit that, it lurches in it takes a couple seconds, and it does it a bit of a chunky way. But it's handy because now, you can see in my bottom right corner, it's actually, I'm moving downward slightly on an angle. It's not perfectly straight. So if I keep that on, you'll see it bounding. It's kind of weird how it behaves. I can fly this around in gravity, no problem. It wouldn't interfere with anything. If I disable the override on my gyroscopes, I get a little bit of torque, but that's actually mostly to do with how small this is. Normally on a big ship, you don't really feel that. And then now, if I disable forward and enable backward, I can reduce almost, look at that, almost stop. I got 10 meters per second, but normal thrust would take care of that. So that's the alignment shape I find the best results with the rotary style. Benefits of this one is it actually uses less moving parts than a lot that I've seen. Plus it gives you 2 axes per rotor. So if I was to make another rotor and orient it 90 degrees, I could get side to side as well as additional forward and backward thrust. So I think it's actually fairly compact, and it works with small grid as well. So that's been my design for many years now. I have a script that controls it, and it does sit through, I call it the timer block bridge. It actually it triggers timer blocks for each direction, and it's up to you to link them to different merge blocks, mass blocks, whatever you want to merge it to, or I mean set actions for, you know what I mean? So I want to share my 3-axis engine drive script, but I think it's already going to be obsolete as the new update with that new block coming out. I think I'm going to forgo the script and do it in the next video with that new after the update. Anyway, I just wanted to finally demonstrate the rotor Klang drive that I use, because people have asked for the tutorial video. That's all it is. It's really, you don't need to use a lot of hydrogen to get to space. If you're just starting out, what do these require? Just some components, not expensive ones. You could build that with a basic assembler. Maybe you need a normal assembly. I mean, you got to build power cells, and you'll need gyroscopes, and realistically you'll need the hydrogen to stop somewhere nice. But yep, have fun, and thank you for watching. I'll update a control scheme after the update in the game with the new blocks. Until next time, thank you for watching.